It is late at night. It is 10:40.
It is 10:56.
Oh my gosh, we are crazy. Why are we doing this? Why do we do this to ourselves? This YouTube thing. This is going onto a channel with
this is perfect with what we're talking about.
Less than 200 subscribers on this channel, and I don't know, whenever I release it, maybe it's 200 by now. But
Hopefully.
we're gonna break it down. What's up, everybody? This is the Alex Sigrist Show, and I'm here with a good friend of mine to talk to you about why we are idiots. why we quit our jobs to go all in on YouTube. I don't know why we did that, but before we go in there and talk about our biggest financial risk probably of our lives, maybe.
Probably.
Introduce.
Well, yeah.
We've done some dumb stuff, but we're going to talk about it after we introduced Mr. Skycedi.
Yes. What's up, everyone? This is Cedric Skycedi. I think a lot of you guys know me already, but for those of you that don't, I am a man living here in South Korea, and I'm also a YouTuber.
He's a YouTuber.
Obviously, because that's what we're talking about today.
You know where to find links. Every YouTuber tells you where to find them.
In the description.
Down, up, whatever. You know, you guys are
So
YouTube
check me out.
proficient.
Check me out, you know?
So we're here to talk about this kind of idea that came up when I was having a beer with one of our team members and was like, hey, you know what would be awesome? We should build a studio.
Yeah.
Clearly, that was not just one beer. It's not something that's like, yeah, we got this. And we got together. We'll talk more about that later when we can get the other two guys in on a video. But we're going to give you our experience as two people who really took a big risk financially and maybe with their careers and with our future and with the way people see us. Because why not? This might give someone out there who's thinking about taking that risk a chance to evaluate whether or not it's a good idea or not, whether it's worth the financial risk or not. We don't know yet, by the way. This is the experiment. We're pretty early on in it.
Yeah, I think so.
That's where we're going to go with this video. So,
exciting.
We've already done your introduction like 1,000 times on the other videos. Go watch them. Links, elsewhere. Let's jump into it. So There's going to be a conversation because you and I are now in Seoul. In this video while we're filming, you are not in Seoul.
No, I am technically, I'm physically in Seoul.
You're here.
Yes, but I'm living in Daejeon, South Korea.
Yeah.
But probably by the time this video is released, I'll be a
jobless.
Jobless. That too, actually.
What were you doing in Daejeon?
Daejeon, I was teaching English at an institute. Yeah.
You finished your year?
Yes. So I still have a few weeks left in the contract, but
depending on when I upload this video.
Right, that's true. But yes, I'm taking leave now, and so I'm pretty much done.
Yeah, we just looked for housing today. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Checking that out. That also expensive in Seoul, right? Little bit pricey. I didn't exactly quit my job. My job disappeared. I was on radio, and I was doing this daily show where I was producing it, writing it, editing it. It was like kind of a podcast-style show with music, and it was daily, so that was a good chunk of my income. And when I realized that was going away, I wanted to look at my next step, and what was I going to do next? And so I didn't come from Daejeon. I came from Seoul to where we are now, this position in life. And it was, to say the least, it was a bit of a, I don't know if it was scary or not, or maybe it got scarier the more we got in. Was it a scary first decision, or did it hit you later on how much money this was going to cost, or at least the amount of missed income we were going to have?
Well, I was extremely excited in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
like,
fun.
Money, whatever, right?
It'll come back tenfold or whatever.
Yeah, of course. We're going to be successful. We're going to do this. We're going to make that. But I think it was the realization once everything started to manifest in physical form, where I started getting a little nervous.
Yeah.
And I'm still a little nervous, but I don't think it's a bad nervousness.
No.
It's just you're realizing, wow, this is really a risk that we're taking.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going all in on something that we don't have a promise of success necessarily, but we have the passion, the work ethic, and the vision to make it happen.
Yeah, so he's going to be here, maybe doing other jobs. I'm going to be doing a few of my other jobs as well, but we're not going to be able to go all in on just making money elsewhere as teachers or as radio people. We'll still do a few of those jobs. Hopefully, cross your fingers, we're both on radio next season.
Right.
But this was we're not guaranteed money.
Right.
When we make this one. I mean, what is it? You can make a little bit of money on ad revenue.
Very little.
You
yes.
can make a little bit of money on product placement.
Right.
And until you're probably hitting maybe like 100,000 in Korea or 2 to 3, maybe 400,000 in an international audience, it's hard to make even like a teacher salary back, considering when we were teachers, we got what? We got the salary.
Right.
Plus housing.
Right.
And sometimes airfare here and there.
Mm-hmm. That's about it, yeah.
But we had a different idea, though, why we're doing this. I mean, there are ways we can, of course, help others and make money by helping them. But I remember talking to you and maybe overselling the potential by saying, if we can build our YouTube, the money's not in YouTube.
Right.
Do you remember that? Where's that coming from? Do you remember what I told you, or I was just making up crap?
So you might be making up crap. So. No, I'm just kidding. But
like, you know, I got on TV and I got on radio because I had a YouTube channel.
Exactly. And that was one of your purposes for starting your channel, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I wanted to practice speaking Korean. Not my Alex Sigrist channel. That is going to be YouTube focused. But I wanted to practice speaking Korean so I could go on Korean TV. And I got lucky with a viral video that was eating spicy tonkatsu or a spicy, one of the spicy ramyuns. And then I got on some TV shows just eating spicy food for a bit. And I realized the potential of that, and I probably oversold it to you. I don't know. I mean, I think there's a path. That's why I sold it to you.
Right. And the thing is, I'm your friend, and I do trust you, and I do know your experience. Right. I'm starting to think that too. But no, I do know your experience as well, and you've gone on the path that I want to go on already. So you know how it is. So I trust your experience as well. And so that's one of the reasons why I was, once you kind of sold me on the vision, I was okay with it.
So yeah, that's part of it too. And I think if you can make content that shows that you travel in Korea and can speak Korean while you're doing it, you might find yourself on a Korean travel show. I did that for, with Arirang TV for a bit. And also like 80% of my radio segments were traveling in Korea. Like that's my thing, more than eating spicy food. So there are ways to get there, and then once you have that segment, you might get asked to do that radio show that was on earlier as the main host.
Right.
And so there are ways you can make money. YouTube has gotten me all the jobs I have right now.
Sure.
And or the friends I met because I do YouTube. People have gotten me jobs, but I had a YouTube channel, and then I met some people who were just above me.
Right.
And you've met a lot of people too who are big in the Seoul community, even though you've been in Daejeon.
Right, exactly. And kind of like similar to you, I was able to get more opportunities through my YouTube channel. And so I started my YouTube channel about 1.5 years ago. And my purpose of that was I knew I was moving to Korea, and I wanted to help others who wanted to kind of take the same path that I was about to embark on, which was teaching English. And so I just wanted to document the process. And then early on, I quickly realized the potential of really just building an audience and just sharing your influence. And so my channel quickly became more than just that. And I wanted to just share my culture. I wanted to share Korean culture with the world. And so along with the hundreds of others that are doing that, I wanted to do it in a way where I could be very recognized. And like I tell you, I want to be everywhere. I want people to know who I am. And so I quickly worked on my YouTube channel, and through that, it's amazing the connections that I made, even right before coming to Korea. I connected with you before I came to Korea.
Yeah, we were watching videos from the beginning of each other.
Yes, exactly. And obviously you are like one of my most important connections, right? And you still are. And I also connected with a couple of other bigger YouTubers prior to me even actually moving to Korea. And then after coming to Korea, through my channel, I was able to meet so many others, and some cool collab opportunities came out of that. So for me, very similar in that I used YouTube, and I saw the power of YouTube in opening up doors for other opportunities, for meeting people.
Yeah. And hopefully people will, see the studio that we've got right now and maybe come and hang out with us and be like, hey, we'd love to do something with you. I mean, having a studio isn't necessarily about how can we make money off of this studio or off of our ad revenue.
Exactly.
A lot of people get stuck on that. And that's one of the big problems YouTubers have is they're always like, how much money can you make with 100,000 subscribers? if that's the only way you're making money, you're not going to make a lot in the long run unless you become big. You got to have other avenues. And the avenues, I'm not saying we're using our friends, but our connections with friends have helped us get jobs, and we've helped others get jobs too through, radio. I can help some people get a spot on radio. Like that kind of stuff is how we can help you. I think the YouTube community, if you're somebody who shows dedication, makes pretty good content, and has something to say, I'm pretty open to meeting you and hanging out. Even when we're smaller subscribers, right?
Right, exactly. Because some of the influencers or YouTubers that have been doing it for a while, or they have a big following, they can see that in some of the say younger YouTubers or those with smaller followings. They can see that, oh, this person is serious about what they're doing and they really want to grow. They have that passion. And so I think those guys are willing to actually talk to you and even help you out.
That's why, another reason, maybe doing this is a good thing. We're showing other people that we're dead serious about this now. We're going to make this work, even though it's a stupid investment and we quit our jobs or got dropped. But, if we show that and we start making better content, maybe we can expand not just our subscriber count, which, whatever. We can expand our influence through other influencers as well.
Right.
And, who knows one day where this will lead or not lead. That's kind of scary still.
Right.
But
it's also fun, though.
It is a little fun.
It's adventurous.
It's a little bit crazy.
Right.
But we're here. So another thing that I really wanted to jump into is a little bit about, what the studio is going to help us do for Asia. And this is me being completely crazy and out of my mind. And I'm not saying like our studio is going to make Korean YouTube amazing, but there are so many people out there who have been doing blogs, and I think that's a trend. Like, you just like, hey, here's what I did today, here's what I did today. And I've talked to people with insider information from Hollywood. The trends are, this kind of one-person camera or reality TV, and then scripted, and reality and scripted. Like game shows were popular, then TV shows such as Seinfeld and Friends, and then back to Survivor and reality shows, and then more TV shows, and then back to American Idol, and now, I think we went back to TV, but we're back. It's trends, right? And I think we're personally at the end of that, where just showing your day-to-day life, the entry level is too easy.
Yeah.
And we all need to step up our game, especially in Korea. Like LA, man, the LA YouTubers are freaking insane.
Right.
Their quality of content. You mentioned that too. The people that we're working with, like, you saw their stuff, and I see their stuff and his stuff, and I'm like, I gotta up my game. Because I personally think if any YouTubers in Korea are up there listening, it's time to step above entry-level vlogging now.
Right.
Everyone has a camera on their phone. Everyone can entry-level. And it sounds arrogant, but I also think it's time to survive.
Right. And if you think about this, when YouTube first started as a platform in 2005, so the first year or two, if you remember the content that was on there, what was it? It was just the lowest quality,
funny videos,
cat playing the piano videos, or Charlie bit my finger videos. Very
Charlie
low quality.
Charlie the unicorn.
Right? The market wasn't saturated, but this was the start of YouTube, and that was okay for that time. But then years passed, and then people started to just push the envelope.
You needed a storyline.
Exactly.
Or
you needed a story.
A moral to teach.
Right, exactly. And so you started to see YouTube become more of a professional platform. And you still had the entry-level people, and there was still room for them. But I think now we're, we're 14 years into YouTube, and the envelope is pushed. But what I'm seeing here in Korea, and this is not to knock anyone, is you still have like the 2005, 2008.
Maybe 2009.
Okay, I'll give them that.
We were still vlogging until into that, but yeah.
Right, I'll give them that. But you still see that kind of quality.
Yeah.
And I think you're starting to see also, like, there's the few that's really pushing the envelope. And I like to think that we're part of that. And then you have, like, kind of the rest that are just, you see that divide, right?
Yeah. I mean, who do you think, like, who's a top YouTuber in LA? Like, do you see anyone here that makes Wong Fu production style, 10-minute stories, scripted? Like,
not on that level.
No, not even close.
No, not on that level. I mean, that's almost like you would think it's a Hollywood, production, like a mini film or something.
I mean, they're a full team.
Right.
And the Young Turks got big doing politics as a news team only on YouTube. High quality content. Whether or not you agree with them is a different story. But, like, that's something that I see over there, and I think, why not Seoul? Why can't Seoul be next with that? There are people that make pretty good content already.
Sure.
Why can't Seoul? Japan maybe is a little bit super niched in a way. The same content's coming out of that. A lot of the same content's coming out of Seoul. Maybe Hong Kong is too small. China doesn't have YouTube access. Korea, Seoul could be the LA of Asia YouTube. Like, I really think that's a possibility.
Right.
And there's the talent out here. There's enough of, I don't say money. There's ways to create a studio at a budget still. We're not in Hollywood right now, and that's what we did. Personally, I think for me especially, I've skipped steps by trying to invest into this because I didn't know a lot of the info. I'm learning so much from him, from the others, but I knew and I kind of felt. Look at my old videos on my Mitch and Alex channel. Like, the quality was good for 2014 when I started, compared to other videos in Korea. But it's got to jump. It's got to get better.
Right.
I don't know. Do you think this is? I mean, I'm not even being arrogant. This is better than my crap that I put out 3 years ago. I know it. Is that arrogant? Like, I sucked. Can I say that?
No, you could say that. You could say that. But, I think you mean that in a constructive way because obviously the
We've gotten
end
better.
game is, the end game is you've gotten better, right? You've learned from those mistakes and not just mistakes, but just like from how you used to do things and you're learning from other people who are steps ahead of you.
Yeah.
Right? And that's exactly what I do. Like, for example, I study YouTubers that are better than me. Quality's better than me. Not only YouTubers in Korea, but also just other YouTubers that I love. And that's why I was able to just really push my envelope. You know what I mean? And so, and I think that's another reason why what we're doing is so important because we can be some of the people that, or the collective that inspires others to really push their envelope as well. Right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, so we can raise the bar, and I'm not saying at all that we're the best.
No.
That's catch what we're trying to say, but we can definitely raise the bar as a whole, and hopefully people will be inspired by that.
Challenge others to be better than us, and they might already be, and maybe they just needed an equipment upgrade, just one equipment or one thing of bookshelves in the background, and it makes it look like it's fancy or something.
Right, because this was not expensive.
No, that was actually really cheap.
Yeah, not expensive.
And so like if there's something that they can, if everyone starts doing a little bit to change their videos to make it better, the entire Seoul and Korea community gets better because people outside of Korea start looking here to English content and say, yo, that's pretty good. Let's see what Cedric's doing. Oh, shoot, Alex is Cedric's friend. Let's see what he's doing.
Right.
This is good, too. Yo, there's some other YouTuber who's working with us. Yo, Mike's stories, he does, like, skits. They're getting better.
Right.
Like, everyone's good enough that they'll stay in YouTube Korea.
Right.
And hopefully that is what happens. Now, shout out, by the way, to, I know a lot of people thinking out there, yeah, we're not the first ones. I know, Eat Your Kimchi. They had a studio first. We're not trying to take that away from them. But they came, built the studio, and then now they're in Japan. That studio's gone. Maybe we can help fill that vacuum that they left.
Right.
And not just us, but us and other people who work on backgrounds or use better lighting. I mean, there are Korean YouTubers in Korea using better lighting for makeup videos. We're not the only ones doing it, but it's time for all of us to raise our game.
Right.
And that's why... What was the original question? That's why we quit. That's why we quit our jobs.
Pretty much.
Because we think if we raise the game, everyone wins, and we will win too. Like,
exactly.
And we can get the eyes from international audiences. We can get the eyes from Korean producers because we have plans to do some Korean stuff on my channel or a new channel.
Right.
There are things that we're going to get out of this.
Right.
And hopefully things that you guys are going to get out of this, and the other YouTubers in Korea, maybe they won't use our studio, but maybe they'll see an idea like that lamp is awesome. Such a dumb,
right?
It's a cheap lamp, but that's what I'm saying is maybe this will be part of that change.
Right.
That would be cool. We would like to be a part of if regular bloggers in 2009 were part 1, Part 2 was the rise of Eat Your Kimchi. Part 3 was the rise of kind of these international bloggers that were doing their life in Korea but doing it pretty well.
Right.
Maybe we're the next part where it's now time to make that scripted content. If the personal reality TV kind of vlogging is dying, then next would need to be Asia and Korea stepping up and creating a little bit better, a little bit more scripted content.
Right, and it's more entertaining.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we entertaining? Leave a comment down below. I don't know. We still do some of the same stuff, but
yeah. But ultimately, what we're trying to do is we want to build up the community as a whole. It's not us trying to just be the best. It's us really promoting synergy, right?
Yeah.
So synergy in that all of us, the sum of all of our parts together is greater than us individually, right? So that's what we're trying to do. We're wanting to really just raise the envelope for everyone.
Yeah. Well, this became more of like, let's get inspired, everybody. Like, instead of, I was originally going to be like, how much money are we standing to lose right away with our jobs? But that's for a different video then. We'll do that one another time. That's what we want. Like, I guess at the moment of our filming right now, this is our inspired side that comes out, not the scared side we talked about earlier.
Right.
This is like, if everything goes to plan, this would be awesome. We'll see. I don't know. Let us know what you think. Is the quality of Korean content or English content in Korea, is it good enough yet? I mean, is it where it's supposed to be? Should we do better? Should we do more skits? Should we have a Wong Fu production style person doing videos and skits in Korea? Should we have news in Asia? Like, what is it that Korea is missing? Be honest, because we might steal that and make that a new channel.
There we go.
It's called crowdsourcing. Crowdsourcing our next video idea.
It's called You Guys Are a Part of What We Do. So
y'all know what to do. This is our ending where we're like, hey, why don't you go down, hit that subscribe button, go to his channel, hit that subscribe button, watch the videos. I'll probably post another video at the end of this in the end screen. And this was, and will be the Alex Sigrist Show. Thank you for coming. Cedric, where do we find you on social media?
At Skycedi, linked below again, so everything is Skycedi. So check me out. Would love to have you guys join me.
Yeah, that's right. Goodbye, Haseo. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
You really trust me, not only with the studio, but that I'm actually going to put those links down below, huh? Like, maybe
if you don't, it's okay, because it's on your other video, so.
I might take those down. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you better just keep your trust in me.
You the man. You the man.
I the man.
You the man.
Perfect.
Okay.